Hello future tech leaders, I'm Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Now you do it. I think what happened is showing you have created. Can you open the property? Click on the process right beside the property. This one right. In the ID itself, I think you have given dot. No, here it is fine. See the label you have given as dot right on the top. Click on the property on the top. You have you have a rule category right. Delivery date. Property delivery date available. You have on the top right. Click there. Remove the dot here. Here you have given dot. It was coming as a now click on open. Check out and save it. You have made a change. Now go to your section and refer it again. Go to a section and refer it again. Like again, you click on down arrow and refer it. Like it would refresh. Click on the use property default. Enable use property default. Now you are not getting the dot. Now submit it and save it. Understood right? What you have done. You add some few properties here Shivangani and also below. Also you add some current address properties. These are like delivery address properties. You add some current address properties. Just add some 3 or 4 properties total. Like zip code and some address, lane 1 something. It's done right. I have to go again and submit it here. Down arrow. Dot, then I will see the data capture. This one we are finding. We are just creating a properties in a section. The user can enter his input. What else I can give? Zip code you can give. Try to create the same property below in a different dynamic layout. go to the structure, go to the structural and create a dynamic layout. Dynamic layout 2. You can add a 4, drop 4 text inputs and you can create a drag and drop 4 times and you create properties. This would be properties would be current. Top one is a current. This will be delivery. The address, top one. Close the other things. Data of delivery. I'll give that doesn't matter. And it's set externally or how you have created the top property. Text. I should create this date right. You can change the control here. Actually, on the top, you have changed the right. You can change the control. And then just try. We'll also check whether it's coming on. It's coming. The top. Also, you have given the same name. This is date I gave. On the top. Delivery address, customer name. What else? Same top properties. What you have given those properties and you try to take current zip code. Address and zip code. Address. You have already given current address and the name. You can give customer name or something. Delivery address I already gave. Customer name right. What is already there right? It is opening the previous property. You try to give current zip code or what is. This is a current data. Now you see the section. Try to create a case and see whether all the properties are coming or not. Launch the portal. That rocket icon is there. That is a launch. And then click on Go. The case ID will be unique. In Thalmanis, I think it has created 100. Now you can see all the addresses are clubbed right. You try to add a label like for top one. It's a delivery address and below is a current address. This doesn't look good, right? This is not the best user interface. In the same section, you try to add labels on the top and make it inline double. Don't make it scroll too much. That is not a good practice. You just should not scroll along forms. Here is one label and top is one label. Or what you can do, you can. You add a label anywhere. Just add a label. You add a label there and right-click the label. Right-click. See, this right-click was previous. You are not getting this right. Click right. In a browser. I was not using mouse. This is different laptop. You click on cancel. Again right-click. Just right-click. Now go to the top. Top in the sense of the name. No, not that of scroll this section to the top. And paste it. You right-click on the name. Right-click on the name. You click on paste. Oh, it was coming below. You drag it to top of a name like you drag it to the. You can actually copy and paste. And now you again come down. Change. Change the name and keep it to the bold. We have already discussed how to make the text as a bold. Value will be is it correct or delivery? This one is current, right? Current address and all. Give space here because it's a label, right? You can give spaces and keep it as a bold. Condition, expression of presentation. Standard will be heading 1 a heading 1, heading 1. Anything would be fine. Anything would be fine. And you can delete this one. You can add a text here. Now make it as in 2 to 3 is big in landable because we are scrolling too much. Layout will change, right? On layout only, you need not add a new layer. Click on the existing dynamic layout and change the layout structure. Double click. You can double click or you can click on the gear icon. That settings icon is there. Layout format is there. You are getting on one level. double, double. Now you see the delivery address went to that side. You make it this one also inlandable. Then let's adjust the address. I need to keep this blank, right? And then add one more. You can delete it, right? You can add it on the top dynamic layout or you can add it on a dynamic here to it. This one is for the second one, right? Like that's what I'm doing. You can drop it and we can take another label and we can you can add it on it. If it is a blank one, let me tell you, watch that delivery address heading is for below addresses. For this one, you can add it to either inside that dynamic layout, right? Why do you add in the top dynamic layout? Now you make it a stack. Instead of stack, you make it a inline. That's what it is. Now you see. And just go there and check. You can create a case and you can check. The last time we even gave space to the part. We didn't. It was not. It was not looking that well. We even took a blank label and we kept it. This one is coming on with current address. This one. I was saying the same thing. We took a once blank label and we passed it at the place of name and we dropped it. Go there and then you are a click on current address. Right click on current address label. You again. Right click on current address. Now paste it. It will come. Now you remove that. You make it blank. That it will not come 2 times. You do the same for delivery also. See, instead of dragging and dropping, this copy and paste will help you. Current address and delivery. Now the requirement is like whenever you enter anything on a current address, that has to be coming delivery address on click of a checkbox, right? Now you try to add one dynamic layout in between current address and delivery address and you add a checkbox property. One layout between these two and try to add a checkbox. First, actually, we need a checkbox right on click of checkbox. Only we need that action to be performed, right? See, the requirement is there should be a checkbox with ease. Current address same as delivery address. Now, whenever you select that checkbox, what are the data you give on current address that should be populated in delivery address? Layout group is the correct thing, right? Layout, you can add dynamic layout. Mostly 9% of the times we will add dynamic layout. You can add in between 1 and 2. And then I have to add here a 1.1. See, best thing to how to add a dynamic layout is like. See how to drag and drop a dynamic layout is like. On dynamic layout, beside D you have one dot, right? You observe that one dot is there. You click on that dot and drag it to the bottom. Click on the door and drag it. You try to drag it in. Now you drop it. That line came red-orange color line. Again you try to. Again you drop. Come down, come down, come down. Come down. Now you drop it. It will come as 2 and the below one will go as 3. See, if you hold that dot, it will perfectly drag. Now I will add first label, right? That is, current address is equal to that label. You can directly set on checkbox, right? No, you try to add it directly checkbox. Data capture this one. You create one property. You can create like is a delivery is the same address or something. Is addresses are same? No, you should not create that much long properties. If you want to change, you can change a label. Properties should be around less than 10 letters or 12 letters. That's what I was thinking of adding a label. But your property is really... No, I didn't get this one. Why you are asking me to add the text? You know what I'm trying to say is like create a property with a short name, like the same address or something with a short name, and whatever the label you are trying to show on you can customize that. Go to section now. Instead of using use property default, remove the checkbox. You can configure whatever the value, how much long it takes that you can add it in label value. Question mark. You can. That's not a text input, right? Change the control. Control is a... No, you no need to actually create and open. Should I change from here? Control must be checkbox, right? If it is same, the user will check that one. Checkbox. You understood what we are trying to do. You understood the requirement. Try to give a checkbox caption. I think it was important. You try to give again. Should I cancel? No, you can give it right. You have it. Is the current address name as delivery address or something? There, you want me to checkbox caption. Submitted. Got. Now you say we go and check whether you're getting a checkbox or not. And then you drag. It works without bringing any dynamic layout. No, we can drag a checkbox. Then what will happen if you give inside any dynamic layout? That one will get the way I do it. Line double right. You will get compressed like. Fine. Now we'll try to look the data in a clipboard. You add some data here. Name as A, B, C, some random data you try to add. Delivery date. Some kind of date you had. September. Current address. Street. And you just check the checkbox and click on a Save or Submit. You can click on Save and open a clipboard and just check on PEGA whether the data is coming on. No, you can open a clipboard from here. Click on that settings icon on the bottom right corner. Bottom right. Click on that. The second icon is a clipboard icon. First of all, whenever you open a clipboard, you have to check the thread of a clipboard. The thread must be our current case thread. CN_4 is our case. That is our thread and the data, our case related information will be present on PEGA work page. Calm down. It will be in the last but 4 or 5. And you can see that. And you can see that the class of a PEGA work page. You can just click on Ctrl F. Ctrl F and search for PEGA class. First of all, let's see the class of a page. See the class. Class is our work class. What are the class we have created? A KFC order, food work, new order. You understood it. What? Actually PEGA, what is our work class? See, you have understood this one because you will get confused. See, like every case type will be having one particular work class. And KFC order food. Order food hyphen work until work is called a class group. That will be same for all the case types and whatever the case that you have created. Like if you have a new order or you have created some case, that will be an order, or you have created one more case that will like a customer complaint. Then here the after work, it will get changed. Work hyphen customer complaint, work hyphen exchange order, something like that. What I'm trying to say is, what is our case type? Our case type is new order. New order until work, the class is there right here. Until work, it is called a class group. KFC-order food -work is the class group and KFC-order food -work -new order is our work. Suppose you have added one more case type to this particular application. Then what will happen until class group it is same. If they have an order for the work is the no. Whatever the new case type you have added, suppose you have added a customer complaints. Then you will get a class structure like KFC to order food -work -work customer complaint. You understand, based on your case type, your work class will get changed. Now you check whether the data which you have entered on clipboard is present. What are the data you have entered on user interface? Is present clipboard or not? It is the right name is there. It is the current address. and checkbox. Have you checked the checkbox or do you have it? I didn't, I think. You didn't check it. No, you didn't check it. Just check the checkbox and see whether that is coming on here. Check it and save it. Oh, then you open it again. PEGA PY work page and check for the property name. What is the property? Is the same address. I think it check for the same. You can check. You will get. Same address true. True is coming because it's a checkbox thing. When you are checking, it is true. When you are, it will be false. Sometimes it will be null also. You have to be careful. You have to look into the clipboard whether it's false or null or true. Now what about the bottom fields? You haven't added any data for below, right? Below property. Control F and check it for those properties also. Is the data present or is the properties present here? Something current, are you right? Click on enter. You are getting 1/2 rate. There is another such item. No, see those properties are not yet formed on clipboard because the data is not present, right? Now you try to give the data again to the bottom fields and try to click on save. Let's see whether the data is coming on. You have Is it case sensitive horse? If I give capital E or the street. No, that data is a text name, but you can enter whatever the data you want. Like you can enter any random values. Delivery address would be Diamondware. I'll give the same. Just my name is. Now check on the clipboard whether you are getting the data. Now it's coming. Is it coming? It's coming, right? Now it's coming. Now you can close the clipboard. I will tell you the requirement. The requirement is like, whenever to check the checkbox, the top data which you have entered must get copied. You must get the data to the below because you are telling it. Both are same. Why the user needs to enter the data? That is not a good practice. You are telling that user is telling you both the addresses are same. You ideally need not get again. You should not ask the user to enter the data. What do you have to do? Do you have any idea here how to configure? Which rules have to create? At least like which rule we need to create? Let me tell you. Let's come from an idea. First of the design. First of all, what action the user is performing? User is performing a click on a checkbox. He is performing that action. Correct. He is clicking on a checkbox that both addresses are same. Now you have to configure some action and click of a checkbox. You open the checkbox and we have already discussed event action model. Go to a checkbox. Open that property. Go to action. Here we have event action model, right? You can create an action. The event. Click on add event. Add an event. What is an event here? Our event is user is clicking. You can select a click. And what is the action? Action is like we have to copy the data from current address to delivery address. To copy a data from one to another. That is a data manipulation. You can use a run data transfer. We are just manipulating a data on clipboard. We are not saving it to a database. You can click on run data transform. And you create one data transform rule. Here you try to create like copy address, you can give some random name. Here you can enter the label. Set the address or copy address. Generally data transform, they will use with the keyword set. You need not to give us spaces. Don't give us spaces. But this is label, right? That is a label. But better to not give us spaces. Not to give. To determine. Class and rule set. You just check. Get habituated to check the class and rule set. Because our application doesn't have many rule sets. You will get by default order for domain. When real name application, you might have some 3-4 rule sets. They will tell you in which rule set you have to create. In the static, after that you will get habituated. Click on create and open. Now this is a data transform. You have created a property. This is a data transform. Set address, right? Now setting an address. You have target and source and the action is set only because you are setting on the same page. Are we using this apply data transforming? Like to copy it. Safety is a method, right? To copy one value from another value. Apply data transform is left to call one data transform from another data transform. Right. Now, what is the source? You just tell me where the data is storing. First, go to a screen that case. Go to that case. We are copying from current address to delivery address, right? Now the source is the current address property, right? We have to understood. Source is this, target is this. Target is the below one, right? Source first will copy a name to that name to customer. But this is this also be in the sequence? Shriram, like this name is here and here name is here. See on UI, you can show on whatever you like. You can show, you can align the items. Backside, we will map the name with the customer name. Correct? How we are mapping is the correct. We have to check the name. You cannot map the name to delivery like you cannot map the name to zip code, right? Target, you can click on dot. You did not always. You have already created a property. Target is delivery address. Delivery address. You have to map the delivery address to target current address. You try to map the everything like that. Source on the target. You understand it how we are manipulating a data now in a data transfer. Add a view. I need to add more. Correct? Name to customer name. Dot customer name name data, delivery and delivery data. We can even use this update page also, right? Because all the properties are on same page, right? All the properties are in PY work page only. We are directly using the set method here. If suppose properties are there on different pages, then you use update page. See, you have to get the context. On which page the properties are there and which page the target is there. Here, both are in the same page, right? You can directly use it. Save, right? You can save this one. It got saved. Now go and save the section also. Section. You are still configuring, right? Still, you added a data transfer here. You have already created it. You haven't added it here, right? Dot dot is not required. Dot is only for properties. Set address. Now you submit it. Not it. Same properties. We are doing same kind of thing. Save it. Now, as per my knowledge, it will not work. Let's debug. Just save it. You try to create a case and check the checkbox. You can click on this case. You are still. You enter the some data on the top field and then click on the checkbox. C is not working. Then Tom has to come below, right? Correct. You have added a Tom and you have clicked on the checkbox. Now Tom has to come below. It didn't came. Now what? How to delete? You have added it. On click of that, you have added a run data transform. And click of that checkbox. And then, but still the data is not coming. Not copy. Now how to debug? First step of debugging is like to check whether that Tom name is there, right? Name has to be stored in the customer name, right? Correct. First step to debug is like to check whether data is present on clipboard or not. If the data is not there on clipboard, then your data transform itself is wrong. You understand? If the data is there on clipboard and it is not coming on user interface, then something like refresh issue or something might be there. Control F and check for customer name. There is no name. No, just save it. I have to click on save. What you will do? I tell you create a case. Create one more case. You enter. Click on go. You enter the name. Name you enter and first save it. Just save it. Now you click on a checkbox. You have first. Now is it coming? No, right? Should I say? No, it's not. You can save, but it's still not coming right. Open a clipboard and check whether that name RAM is coming on customer name property or not. It's coming. Name is coming as RAM for current address, right? The property for delivery address is different, right? Customer name. No customer name. It's not coming right. Now what you will do on clicking of a checkbox? You can trace it. Close this one. Now you enter you again. Click on the checkbox. You remove the tick mark. You enter some zip code. Enter some zip code. Save it. Now you open a tracer. Let's trace it. How actually it is working. You open your tracer. Tracer is like third icon here. Whenever something happens, you need to trace it. Now pause this one once. Pause the tracer. Let's see the settings of a tracer. Go to settings. On the top one, you have settings. Let's see the settings. Whether all the rules are checked. See activities is checked. Data transforms is checked. When rules is checked. Come down. And all the rules come down. Rule sets are also checked. See order, food is checked. Order, food is checked. Come to the last. And maximum event should trace is 5,000. Add it to some 50,000. Make one more 0. Now click on. Now you play the tracer and click on the checkbox. Directly go and click on the checkbox. Now you see the tracer. Don't save it. Just see the tracer. Whether anything is getting traced or not. See, something was getting traced. Pause the tracer. Tracer has ended. You make it and maximize the screen. Where is our data transform? Our data transform maximizes the screen. The data transform is from step number 5, right? You can see the numbers on the first column. Step number. We are trying to set the names right. Step number 5 is 1 second. This is the steps right. First column is the line number 5. First column is line. The data transform is getting created right. That is the beginning of the data transform correct. And the zip code, where we are setting on a zip code. We are setting on a toast line right. That is action begin. We have auto, always check it, action end. Click on action end. Click on there in the sense. Click on open the P wave work page from here. You can also open P wave work page from here. It hyperlink is there. Blue color hyperlink. Control F and check it current. Control F and check for current. Current is the code. Current. Current zip code data is there right? Or you can check on 8900. Can you Control F and check for 8900? You have to get to 8900, you have to get right. One is for current address and one is for delivery address. Two are there. Zip code and then current zip code. Now see whenever the data transform is running at this particular point of time, the data is there. Correct. But let's check it. Let's check it, the ending of a tracer. Close this window. Let's check it. Ending of a tracer. Whether the data is present on P wave work page or not. Tell the current zip code. You check that the data was there. Correct? Maybe the page is removed. Maybe some manipulation has happened by mistake. On the line number 30, you have P wave work page, right? Click on it. That P work page. See, P wave work page instance will get updated from line to line. Now you Control F and search for 8900 whether it is there. Oh, it is there at the ending also. Now you open clipboard. You open clipboard and check on the clipboard on P wave work page whether you have the property or not. You understood it how we are tracing each and every line. We have closed the clipboard. You have to open it again. You just open it again. Clipboard you can open every time. The fresh instance will get open. UG 14900. We have only one here. In the clipboard, we don't have. We have only one here. But in the tracer, we are getting two. We are getting only for this one. Current is report current. 1 sec. Let me think. I have done this long back. Let me think once like. Now what I am thinking is like there is a refresh issue. That's why these are not coming. Should I save it then? Will it work or no? No, you should not save it. Go to your PEGA Dev Studio. Go there. You open the checkbox. Open the checkbox. You just open the checkbox. Is delivery address same as current address? And go to your actions. What I am thinking, the data is not coming because of the refresh. Click on add an action. Click on add an action. Click on refresh. Refresh. Now come down. Inside refresh also, you have an option to add a data transform, right? Activity and data transform. Try to add the data transform here. No, you have already data. Transform is already there, right? Set address. Should I do this? That's it. You just click on down arrow. You can refer the data transform. You delete the top data transform. Top, you are also running one data transform, right? What we are doing? We are refreshing the section once the data transform is invoked. You understand this one? Initially what we have done, we are just on click of a checkbox. We are just invoking a data transform. On tracer, you are getting to see that one is getting set, but it is not showing on UI, right? It is not pulling the data on UI. What I am thinking? What I am thinking is like we need to refresh this one. Once the data transform is invoked, it will refresh this section. The current section, it will refresh. Understood? When we deleted the data transform and the set address is a data transform, right? Will it not get deleted? No, we are deleting the action only. We are not deleting the data transform rule. You can click on the cross shell icon again. Here you will open that rule. The rule is there, but we are deleting. See this rule you have created. You can refer the rule at whatever place you want. Got it. Now we submit the section and save it. And one more thing I was just feeling. You just save it and check whether you are getting. Submit right. Submit. Save it. You just go to your case and create a new case. Enter the data. Oh, this is something coming with. And save it first. And then click on checkbox. Actually, ideally, you should not save it. It should come. Now you just check on the clipboard. Here it's coming. It's coming right. But try to do it without saving. You again create a case, or else you create a case. And don't save it. Just enter the data on current address. Don't save it and check the clipboard. And check the checkbox. It is coming right. What is happening whenever you enter the data? The data will get stored on clipboard, and whenever you check that one, it is coming. What we have done to rectify it? We just refresh the action, right? Correct. Because why we have refreshed it? Because the data is already there on a clipboard in Tracer. Tracer is the main thing. What if it is not come in the sum of the step? If suppose the data is not coming in the tracer itself, then what does it mean? Is like we have configured a data transform wrongly. Wrongly in the sense that some page context might be different. You hear that both the data are present on the same page. We have added a set method. If suppose a current address is in some different page and this delivery address in some different page. Now what you have to do? You have to give the correct page context. If you open a clipboard or once you open a clipboard, I will tell you what is a page context. What I am trying to say, calm down. Expand per page. Expand it. Click on the plus icon. Bivalor page. Now let's think. Suppose you have one data on PY attachment categories and you have to set the data to PYRK page in one property. Let's just assume you have one property called name on PY attachment categories and you have to set the value, that name value, to one more property in PYRK page. Now the source and target pages are different. You understood. Now, in our current context, all the properties are present on same page. In some situations, you will get to write a data transform, right? Like, source page is different and target page is different. Now, in that scenario, how you should write is like you have to give page dot property name. Like, if you go to your data transform, you have to give your data transform. How to configure your data transform is like, you can use two methods here. You can either use set method or you can use update page method. Go to your set address data transform. You can use either set method or you can use either update page method. If you are using set method, If you are using set method, how you can write is like, you have to give the page name before property. Like you have delivery address. The delivery address is present on PEGA page. You specify PEGA page before delivery address. You write PEGA page before delivery address. PEGA page before dot. PEGA page dot delivery address, and if suppose your source is present on PY attachment categories, you have to specify that PY attachment categories here. Got. And you have to do one more thing. And the page you are talking about, like suppose in our case only this is there, and then when we submit, then the page will come. You are talking in that reference only, right? That current is going in the another page. When I am clicking on this submit, it will go to the payment page, right? Your payment also. I mean, just for example, I am saying, in that context, only you are saying page, right? Correct. Sometimes what they will do, they will store a data on different pages. They will not store it all the data. They will not store on single page. Sometimes they will create some temporary pages. They will store a data on temporary pages. They will use that page after. They will delete that page. Now, one more thing you have to do here is like whenever you are specifying a page before property, system has to understand right where this page is there in clipboard. In pages and classes, you have one tab, right? Pages and classes. Click on pages and classes. Here you have to mention that page name. Suppose you are adding P Wave Work page. You have to mention P Wave Work page here. See the P you are giving, right? First one P is small. First P is small p and second P must be capital. This is case sensitive because system will search for this particular page in a clipboard. And what are pub? You can see on a clipboard how actually is there in clipboard. You have to specify in the same way. Away is capital right in clipboard. No, see here, the thread is important. You have opened the clipboard from here. P-Wave work page is not there. You can change the thread or else you can open a clipboard from their case. The thread you have to check. Got. If I want to open the page first, I need to go here in the order. Then I have to be on the same thread. You can click on the clipboard now. Or else, if you have opened the wrong thread, you need not close the clipboard. You can go to the top. Click on that one. Here also you can switch the threads. Click on that one. Click on the bottom arrow. See, you are getting all the threads here. See, you have opened a tracer. You are getting a tracer thread also. You have to be careful which thread you are present. Basically, you give a double as a capital. And class must be your PEGA class. What are the PEGA class? See, every page is associated with some class. No, don't mention like that. You open a clipboard and you have to give that PEGA class value here. Open a clipboard from here or here again. You can open it from here and you can change the thread. Or else you can open from there itself. My thread is an isolate. Now come down to PEGA page. Ctrl F and search for PEGA. This value is there. That value you have to mention there. And for any other page, if you are specifying that page, you have to mention here. And you have to if you are mentioning PY attachment categories. That page also you have to mention here, and that page is PEGA class you have to give here. I have to give you a PEGA class dot this. No, you can directly give value. You can click on down arrow. You will get all the classes here. Click on down arrow. You are getting a classes here. No need to give a property. You have to directly specify class here. You will get all the system classes. History classes, which stores the history of the rule and all. You understand, right, how we should map if the data is present in two different pages. If something is not working, then what does it mean is like you are referring the context is wrong. You are mapping the data is from a wrong place. That's why you are not able to store that's why you are not able to set the target value. One thing I didn't get it. This one is like for the source page, then target page. Also, we need to give right. Correct. That's what I am telling. Target also you have to give. If it's PY, whatever the page is, you can add a number of pages here. And then I have to give, suppose, PY work page and some other class on whatever page it is. Whatever page it is, you have to mention that particular class. Class would be same, right? No, every page might have different class or same class. If you click on that open clipboard, change the thread because you are opening it from here. Expand go to PY worker page. Expand the PY worker page. Click on PEGA flow or click on PEG stage history. Click on PX stage history or you click on any of the page see PEG stage history of. One is PX classes embedded stages. You will get that PX object class in braces here. You see, you are getting it on braces here. On the left side, only PEG stage history of 1 is there, right? There in braces, you are getting it. Embedded stages 2. For PY worker page also, you are getting it on braces. For PY worker page also, you are getting KFC. That is the PX object class. You understand? This is all embedded in build classes, right? This is some system pages. You are getting some system classes here. But pages might have same class or different class. You have to specify that one there. Whatever the class that page is associated with that particular class you have to give on pages and classes tab. If you are storing the data on same page, if you are manipulating the data on same page, then you need not give pages and classes. See, everything is clipboard. You have to map correctly from clipboard only. If data is present on clipboard, you will get the data on user interface. You saw previously clipboard. See, whatever we have discussed in the starting is clipboard acts as an interface between user interface and database, right? Clipboard is in between user interface, correct? Previously what happened? The data is there on a clipboard you saw in that in tracer, but it is not coming on a UI. You have to think of the data is already there on clipboard. Why it is not coming on? User interface might be it is a mapping issue, but mapping you have done correctly only. Why it is not coming? Because whenever you set the data, you have to refresh it once. Correct? When you have made any change on clipboard, you have to refresh it, right? Is it mandatory to refresh? Or it's one of the case like no, it is one of the case every time refresh will not work. That idea, you will get it by experience. Whenever you are trying to manipulate the data, you will get multiple options to your mind, whether to refresh, whether to invoke one more data transform, or the page name is wrong. Correct. Might be a page, context is wrong, you will get to know by tracing it. You understood right what I am trying to say. Yes, you got the today's session right. Like the data transform, how we are using now the requirement. You see, go to the checkbox, go to the your case. Go to your case now. Let's assume, go to your case now. Let's assume user has entered the current address and by mistake he has clicked on a checkbox. Now the data was came below. Now he is trying to uncheck it. You just try to uncheck first. Now you uncheck. The user has unchecked, but is the data removed? It is not deleting because you haven't configured that functionality. You have only configured on click on a checkbox. You have configured to set only correct. You haven't configured to delete it. You understood? That is the tomorrow's session. That would be another action, only right click action only. That is not another action. You have to specify condition inside a data transform. Go to your data transform. Go to you refresh the data transform. You have made some changes, right? You actions and refresh. This one only right. Because you have added pages and classes and all right, go to your definition. Now you haven't specified any condition here. Now what you have to do, you have to add one more step. On the top of first step, you right click on number 1. Right click on number 1, you add sibling above. You have added one step here. Now you have to specify condition when condition you click on. When you instead of set, you keep a method as when. Now, when the checkbox is true, you have to set it understood. And you have to add one more when condition or otherwise, condition below and otherwise, like apart from true, whatever the value it might be like, whether it might be false or whether it might be null, you have to set it to null. You have to set all the properties to null. No, null in the sense dot delivery address is equal to null, otherwise in other ways. How to set a null? You give dot delivery address is equal to null in the sense. Two quotations don't write as null. Null in the sense is two double quotes, double quotes, double quotes. This is a null. You understand? You have to specify condition for when rule like what is the property dot. You click on that dot, you give dot down arrow dot. What is the property? Current address and delivery address. No property is the checkbox property. Is same. Something is you are not getting that here. It's if you didn't get also, you just type it. Sometimes the referencing it will not take. It's just same address, write same address. Is the property. Previous tab only write you have not is, oh it was not. Is then the same address. Dot the same address. You have to give it in the same manner, yes and yes, capital. Double equal to true. If it is not coming, then double equal to true. True, you have to check in clipboard how it is coming, whether its T is small or T is capital. I think it's T is small in quotations you have to give because true is a text field, right? True is not a problem. No, double quotes, double quotes. Text you have to always specify in double quotes. Whenever that address is true, you have to set all the steps like 3, 4, 5. Is there, right? You have to copy all those steps into top. See, based on a condition, we are trying to set the data. I need to add all this here and maybe remove from here. Right? Correct. You have to do. You want to say you can copy or cut. You can right click on number 3. You can copy and you can paste it on 2.1. Sorry, 1.1. 1.1 paste, below paste. You can directly paste. It will replace and then otherwise it will be null. You have to set all the things as null. I will do it right away after this call. That way, you check out this one. Because you are making a changes, right? Just check out. Now you delete step number 3. Step number 3 you delete because you have already added. Right now you save it delivery address. You have done step number 3. Delete, save it. Go to your case. Create a new case. You add the delivery address, some info like some street name or something. Delivery address, current address. You added something. You click on the checkbox. Now you can uncheck it. See why you are getting? Because you have added only delivery address in data transform. Go to your data transform. You have added a condition in first step, like same address is true. Whenever the checkbox is true, you are telling it to set the delivery address to current address. Otherwise, when you are unchecked, it will become false, right? Otherwise, you are setting it to null. Yes, you have to do same manner for 3, 4, 5. You have to copy in the top. You have to understand the data transform. You got it right 1.1. Right click on sibling, paste below, or it got pasted below, paste it. Oh, I think they left both. Both were not present. You click on paste below. Paste correct. See the will inner development. Also, data transform will start slowly and they will become complex day by day. You delete 3 and 4. If I do Ctrl Z, it will not come, right? It will not come. I need to add it. No, you are making null in 3 and 4. You should not make it null on 3 and 4. You have to make null on 2.1, 2.2, 2. Inside that, right, you have to insert, otherwise you have to make it. You delete 3 and 4. I'll tell you. You delete 3 and 4. Paste below like that. Only write delivery address and this, that has to be 2.3 and 2.4. You see, if you know the logic, if one thing is happening, you can do the same for remaining also. You delete it to 1, just save it. Once you save it after deleting 3 hours. Oh yes, now you just collapse number 1 and number 2. You click on that small arrow. Is there? That's collapse. Number 2 also. Now you just go here logically when that is true expand. When you're checking on the checkbox on expand, when expanded number 1 another day, I read there it's morning C. Whenever that is true, the system will perform these set of actions. And when otherwise, like instead of true, whatever it is there, it will perform null. See, you have been wrong. See now, if you're given wrong now, what will happen when you uncheck it? Also, the zip code will still be there. Again, what you have to do? You have to first check on clipboard again. You have to trace it why it is performing like that, or you're checking a rule. Be careful. Sure, you just try to give a data now and uncheck those fields. Right? Check, uncheck. It's not going. It has to go because you have a given customer name as null. Go and see whenever you are unchecking it. Oh, you got it customer zip code only 2 times. See some mistake we have done. Then only system will not behave correctly. There will be some error at our end on here. Just save now. You try, yes, try to give a remaining zip code. You try to give because just want to see which property you're making us now. Check it, uncheck it. You understand the implementation behind it, right? Yes, this will also come. Everything it has to come and tomorrow's requirement. I'll tell you the requirement whenever you check it. Whenever you check it, the data is coming on a clipboard also. Not. The data will come on a clipboard also because you're setting the data right. This delivery address should not be visible when you check it because the data is present in the backend. Why should you show the data? Or else you can have one more requirement when you have checked it. Make the below fields as red only because you have checked it. And if you have, you can still customize the fields. Right? You can still edit the data. That should not happen, right? That should not happen in real-time applications. When you check it, these fields has to become read-only. All these fields should not visible itself. Visible is not visible is because that's how we can verify, right? Then we can make it uneditable. You can make it. Anything would be fine based on best user experience. You have to provide good experience to user. Make it read. Only he can see those fields you try to like. Think how to make these things all on click of that checkbox based on that true condition. You have to use the true condition. You have to make these things as read only all the fields. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.